Evening all, welcome to what is, I think, one of the finest games I've played in a while, and this is going to take a while to explain, so hope you're sitting comfortably, hopefully got a nice piece of quiche or similar with you, and we're going to play a game called RimWorld. Let me sell you the concept. It's about, how to begin here. It is a game that I think I've been waiting for a long time. It lends heavily from other games and other genres, but it's a really good example of how indie development and kickstarted development is really coming through now with some really good games, and RimWorld is certainly one of them. It's by Tynans. I'm so sorry if I've got your name wrong. I always get these things wrong. From Ludeon Studios, who I believe is basically that's Tynans' studio. He basically was part of Bioshock's team. So pedigree, I think there's pedigree there, pedigree chum. I don't mean the dog food, I mean the brilliant game creation minds have obviously come through to this. RimWorld, if I'm going to give you an elevator pitch, RimWorld is what happens when Dwarf Fortress gets abducted by aliens and sent 5,000 years into the future. There you go, that's the premise. It is a wonderful reenactment of the mechanics behind Dwarf Fortress put into a modern world with a great engine, a very simple engine. It's got a huge impetus or drive, if you like, or lending from Prison Architect. There's a wonderful, the stylization is certainly similar to that. Wonderful graphical style, I really like it, and I hope more games come out with it. And anyway, enough of this bollocks. Let me show you this game. This game is only available from the website. You can't buy this on Steam yet. I think it's been is it greenlit on Steam? But it's got a huge following already on Reddit. It's also got some pretty active forums. It is a massively modded game as well. To the game. I'm not going to create a new world because that might take forever. I'll go on then, might as well. This is basically how it works if I just randomize the seed, which sounds ruder than it is. As you can see, this creates a world. Now, the premise here, and I think what they've done quite well, is that they've created a game that is effectively hinged by a very good backstory. So there's a really good sort of 5,000 year story behind this. Humanity has rushed off into the stars, and what's actually happened is that your whole planets have risen and then fallen, and there's glimmer worlds or glitter worlds, I forget, but these are like the core systems that are very technological. You then have, as you go out like Serenity, you then have worlds that are barren. There's nothing really there, but they're emerging worlds, and this is where I think this comes in. So we have a planet called Nova Beteshnark. I didn't type that, honest. And what you see here is effectively the beginnings of the game. Now, very similar to Dwarf Fortress, you then have to pick where you want to put your place, and you see it all has temperature in that. Don't worry, it can be as technical as you like, or it can be as light as you like. So you can choose and pick and choose how you want this to work. But if I just maybe come into sort of the temperate zones, look, there's another settlement there. So there's a pirate band on this planet. So while I'm obviously going to make a settlement on this planet, I need to be a little bit aware that that could be a bad thing in it. But I think we're going to go probably not too close to the north because snow is going to be a problem. I think we're going to go to the temperate. There we go. Let's build let's build somewhere here. So we then go to new colony. So then we have the wonderful AI is very clever. You have 3 types of AI. And they are based upon a kind of proceedingly more difficult as time goes by, or a kind of base building erratic kind of AI, or a complete random. So you then have to pick how you want your story to be told. Now again, this is like Dwarf Fortress. It's all based around a story being told. You're not going to win. You don't keep your settlement forever, although you probably could. But it's more about the story of what happens. So you can go to extreme challenge. You can go to obviously just challenge. I'm just going to set it to base builder, or rather builder mode, just to show you it to get going. And then we have, this is R2. So I already have a pretty established planet here, but I'm just going to go to our new world. So I select our new world here. And then here I get the fun to actually say where I want. So I'm going to put us here. I think this looks like a nice little place. Probably might be a problem, but we'll see. And if I go to advanced, no. If I go to select site, now I have the ability to add mods to this game. It's been modded beyond belief, and it's a really good thing because I have the ability to randomize some of these people. So I'm going to look for settlers or miners maybe. Cook, scientist. You see it's Maverick, who's a joy wirer. Don't know what that is. You've got Doug, who's a winger. No idea what that is. Teacher, miner, janitor, noble. There you go. That might be fun. Probably not actually. Oath. That could be an oath. That's annoyingly fitting, I find. But I think we're just going to go with... let's see, can I randomize this person a bit more? I want settler really, but empath, interesting. Inventor, geneticist, empath, researcher, noble, noble, chef, ace. Oh my god, ace Hershey, that'll do. I can prepare carefully, so I can actually include like all the different things here. I'm not going to, I'm just going to click next, but hopefully you see you can do a huge amount with this. And then you can also randomize what gear you take. Let's just go for it. The story is your ship explodes in orbit and you have these escape pods that land on. And so that's telling you there. So we've woken up from crypto sleep sarcophagi. Try saying that with a mouthful. And you end up basically loading on a RimWorld, hence the word RimWorld. And this is kind of how it begins. So look, these are our pods landing, boosh, boosh, boosh. And you see, we've got some little bits with us. So we've got like, you know, equipments and things. I've got a few more mods running. These are just telling me what's going on. And then we have the wonderful kind of system of missions. So this is what we need to do. Now, I'm going to pause it there. Basically, this is Dwarf Fortress in the future. Okay, but it's not a copy of it. It's not just a rip-off of it. It's an incredibly nice reimagining of it. So don't just think it's just another mod for Dwarf Fortress. It's far from that. And as you can see, it's got the lovely kind of prison architect stylization behind it. It's got obviously the, you know, this is top down. Some of you are going to hate this kind of game, but look, give it a chance. It is the most surprising game that I've certainly played for quite some time. Look, there's relics, there's wrecks, there's abandoned. Oh, look, see, we've got cryogenic caskets. They could have friend or foe alike, but maybe we come and commandeer this. Yeah, I think we might actually. I think that is the only thing here. So what we have, oh, here we go. These are lovely. That is a muffalo. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I can hear you laughing. Don't laugh. That's a muffalo. The great source of food and resources, tortoise, deers, etc. Now you can get mods to do animal husbandry and all that good stuff. But it is just such a great thing. Is it geyser? Look, steam geyser there. Lovely. So we need to immediately start to arm ourselves, get ready for a bit of a thing. So let me just go through the base controls. I have the ability to directly control them. So what I'm going to do is just get them to pick up a gun. Glock 19, yo, you have to hold it sideways. And let's just arm them. So they've all got a weapon now, so that's quite important. But as you can see, they actually don't have any gear. They've got pretty much just pants on. And they're pretty exposed, as you can see. You have the ability, let me just explain, take a pause there. You have the ability to go all the way through to turn them into freaking cyborgs. You can change their arms for like bionic arms and so on. It's just incredible. I can't explain to you how clever this game is without just gushing. Anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to take over this base here. So what I do is I take my team. Now this is highly dangerous because these could be filled with mechanoids, space pirates, rogue troopers, anything. But it also could be just friends. Well, not friends, but it could be people that maybe aren't hostile, but will be obviously not immediately helping us. So we'd need to obviously convince them to help us. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to claim these buildings. And we do it by doing that. So there we go. These are now our buildings. So if I come to zone, I now have a home region that I can set. So that's my home region. So anything within these extents will become our home region. Now, as you can see from the light, you see the sun's moving through the sky. This doesn't have a roof. So we need to fix it so we can have a roof. We can actually just designate it. So if I do no roof, no, it doesn't work, bugger. I need to repair it. So I think first off, let's go through the list. You see here we got our stuff. So let's build a stockpile. And let's just put this right here. Probably a bit big. There we go. We're just going to undraft them. So now they're free to do whatever they want. What they'll do is they'll now go and haul stuff to this stockpile, which is the beginnings of building, you know, our kind of, you know, way forward. We now need to build a room. So now what we do is we go to architect. Right, first off, let me just unforbid all of this. So you see it was forbidden. It means that they wouldn't touch it. So we can do it. Now, I did laugh at that. Slag chunk. That sounds like that really, really dangerous bird down the bar that you want to keep your hell away from, because if you go near that, you're going to be going to a certain clinic for about the next 3 years. So slag chunk is not what you think it is. It's actually much more than that. It's a metal, basically. So you have a whole kind of crafting tree with this that comes with it. It's very light touch. Don't worry here. This isn't Minecraft from the top down, thank God. This is a much more subtler game. Plus, it's not like Dwarf Fortress where you're going to dig all the way down into the ground yet. They may add that, but right now it's not. Which is a good thing. As you can see, there's day-night light cycle. But I think, actually, there's not many... Well, there's no hostiles here, so that's a good start. And really, I think we're just going to speed time up. So you see, we can... And speeding time is probably one of the key parts of it. You'll do a lot of this. But what we need to do is, now that we're getting bits together, so we've got, what, steel... silver. See here, this is starting to build up with bits and bobs. I think the first thing we need to do is chop a tree down. So if we just do that, that will chop all those trees down. Oh, it's raining, how lovely. So all my little settlers are getting wet. But what that does is it chops trees down, and it now gives us the ability to build stuff. So if you go to structure, you see we have a number of things we can build. I'm just going to build a wood wall because obviously that's really all I can do at the moment. And we're going to do that. So we're just going to repair this building. And I think that'll do us. A little dab will do you. I think that'll do. There we go. And then let's repair this one as well. So we'll leave some doors, because you do need to have doors, obviously. But then what that does, and let me just deconstruct that as well. What that then does is it then produces a building. Now we're going to build some wood doors as well. I can't really do that until we've chopped these trees down. But you're hopefully getting the point. It's a very, very subtle little game. Now, it's going to be a bit of a problem with these pods here, but we can do something with them. Once we've got the resources, we can actually just nullify them. But the idea is that people come and visit and trade, and you can actually just capture them and torture them and convince them that your way is the right way in it, brah. And you can do a huge amount with it. It's an impressive game. I'm really going to be honest with you. I think it's a very, very good game. Why can't I build a ceiling? I can't remember how I do it now. That's really bad, isn't it? So you can have it so you can decide if you want add no roof region. No, but I do want a roof. Remove no roof region. I don't know. Maybe it's because I need to just put a door there as well. Let's just do that. And then in theory, they're all self-contained. Let's just put a door there as well. So you're seeing how it works. There we go. So you see a roof just appeared on that building there. And I think we need to put, yeah, and on that one there, so you see that's just telling me that there's a roof building. It goes a bit darker as well. So by building that final door, we then have, there we go. So we've now got our base. Now our base is highly dangerous because we've got an awful lot of caskets that we don't know anything about. But, you know, we'll figure it out. The next thing to do is to build beds. So we go to furniture. Now here's where you start to build lots of furniture. We're just going to build wood beds to begin with, and this is just because it's a bit safer to have wood, because obviously, you know, until you start to work out various things, it's, you know, like stone and steel and that. Now sleeping on the floor on the outside is going to be really annoying to them, so we need to get these beds built pretty quick. But as you can see, day-night light cycle, they're all sleeping while it's quiet, at night rather, and then we need to build beds. Now then we have to build defenses. Now there are turrets, there's defenses, there's shields. If you get a particular mod, you could buy railguns, mortars. Yeah, eventually huge gangs of people come and attack your base. That's the beauty of the game by far. But I would say right now we don't have to worry too much about that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a long table. We're going to build just a bit of a base, get us going, and then we can figure out what we want to do. So I'm just going to build wood here. There we go. I don't know why I'm building so many chairs. There's only 3 of us. Now, the only problem I would say with the game at the moment is it's very difficult to get more people in the game. You have to really work hard to actually increase your numbers. But once you do, you get that real feeling of achievement. So that's obviously a wonderfully good thing as well. Here we go. So we've now got a few things coming. So a housemate from the mother's plane is visiting the colony. So if we, oh, well, I didn't click the wrong thing, but visitors start to pop by and you start to build relationships with the other factions. Let me show you what I mean. So under factions, these are the other people on the planet. Now, as you can see, not many people like me here. I've got a bit of a problem. So they are going to be pretty bad because they're a commando squad. And it looks like everyone hates each other. So this is an interesting start. But as you can see with the world, I can pretty much tell I'm quite far away from everybody at the moment. So that's not too bad. And there's obviously lots of statistics and things as well, which we'll come back to. But right now, I think the key thing is we need to build a growing zone. So we basically need to farm. Don't worry, it's not as bad as that sounds. And the way to do this is something I learned from a bit of trial and error. Underneath power, no, miscellaneous, we have a number of things. You can see off-world Stargate. Yeah, seriously, how cool is that? But we have something called the sun lamp. So I think we're going to build a collection of sun thingamajigs. So let me just, I've just realized I don't have a power source. Let me just build a power source. So we can have, just to begin with, solar panels. Now I'll build this on the ground here, but the thing is you can always remove them. There's never a requirement to have, why won't it build there? What's there? Maybe I missed something. You can always remove things. There must be something there. I don't know what that is. Anyway. So you can always just come back another time and remove stuff. There's loads of stuff. Look, there's packaged meals, survival meals, things like that. I mean, there's just it's a huge game. If you ever played Dwarf Fortress, this is going to be appealing. It'll be very familiar to you, I'm sure. If you have never played Dwarf Fortress, then you're like, what the hell is this? I will guarantee you that if you play this game, it will get under your skin very quickly. I've played it. I've been up till about 3 in the morning for about 3 nights in a row now playing this game, and that shows you how Moorish it is. It's very, very good. It's very well coded. It's very stable. I've not had a single crash yet, which is quite impressive. And I think just generally, it's coming on well. I really like it. Anyway, so there's a whole power system you have. You can power your applications and whatever by doing this kind of thing. There's lights, so as we just do this, let me just build a standing lamp. I think there's more. I think that maybe I've lost some of the mods. Maybe some of the mods conflict with each other a bit, but I was pretty sure there was more lights. But anyway, so we've got a standing lamp. Let's just build a couple of them, and you'll see how they work in just a moment once we've built this whatever you call it, this solar panel. Ding! There we go. So that's now powering. So obviously I want to switch that off because electrical items and rain don't go well together. A local squirrel has gone mad. Yeah, seriously, that's happening right now. Seriously, a squirrel has gone mad, and it looks like he's about to. No, is he going to attack? Yep, here it comes. There it is. Woo. So he's now coming straight for us. So I think we're just going to enlist. Oh no, they're not. That's not my guys. Here's my guys. I think we're going to enlist somebody with the pistol. Where's the pistol? There you are. We're going to enlist, draft that person, and we're going to go deal with that hamster, because an enraged hamster is a very dangerous thing indeed. There it is. You see it? He's coming right for us. So there it is. Right. Shoot it. Blap. Blap. As you can see, I'm really bad with this gun. Really bad with this gun. So it's injured. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, looks like they're attacking it. Yeah, that squirrel is dead. So there we go, dead squirrel. So we can just undraft this person and then they go about their duties. Right, so that's our light. We need to switch that off. So let's just switch that off. We've not built these yet. Right, let's just hopefully build those in a moment. So there we go. So you see we're getting light in the base now. We ran out of power. So again, the problem is your solar panels, funnily enough, only work at night, only work at day rather. So you have to bear that in mind. That person's injured. So as you see, if you go into that kind of detail, it will show you everything. So this person's been bitten on the torso. It's a very detailed game. Let me tell you a quick story. I had a base. I was hunting an alpha beaver. It's a long story. And I fired an M24 sniper rifle and I caught another colonist on the leg. It shot his leg off, okay? I rescued him, dragged him back to my base. I then cut his leg off, the stump, and put on a prosthetic leg, a bionic leg. And this dude could run twice as fast. So what was an absolute tragedy turned into an amazing bit of game mechanics. But let me tell you what was amazing. I didn't have this leg, right? All of a sudden, a spaceship appeared in orbit, and it said, you know, a certain trader has appeared in orbit. I then went to my colony comm system, communicated with this guy, and then basically bought this leg off him, and he sent it via drop pod to my base, where I picked it up and put it on the player. That single story sums up how incredibly lovely this game is, and I would urge you to maybe consider buying it. It's currently $30. Go to just Google RimWorld and you will find the website, and you can just do a one-off transaction and buy it. It is good. I love it. If you love Dwarf Fortress, this game is for you. We're going to do a few more on this, but I think that's our kind of quick look. We're going to go back to my original base in the next video, which is a lot more advanced, and you'll see certainly what you can do with it. But I hope you enjoyed that. Join us next time.